I realize I haven't made a podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Tumultuous. I am human, I think. What is human? Human. What is human? You. This you thing. Somebody told me the other day all words are spells. Every single word that you hear is a spell, like a magic spell. Back in the day, because if you really think about it, not too long ago, in the grand scheme of things, really not too long ago, magic was a thing. It was big. There was Merlin, the guy with the hat. All these crazy shit things were happening, and people were like, whoa. Most of it's basic chemistry, actually. That's what it's called, alchemy. Chemi is the chemistry part of it. But rumor has it that some things were outside of the realm of conventional thinking and the realm of conventional possibilities. So whereas baking soda and vinegar make a other things could do other things, have other reactions. For instance, when you have sound with water, it reacts. All right? And something that was discovered, and it was labeled cymatics. It's when you pass a sound current, which is essentially vibration, through a body of water, and the water moves. Meaning that anything that's solid, that's in this field of vibration, will also be affected by it. Perhaps not as much, perhaps not at all. But that's not true, because it will be. You just don't notice. Now, just like all you flat earth people, I don't know where you're getting this shit from, but let's stick to the fact that there's flat earth. Do you guys believe in gravity? Are we good? Can we agree on the fact that there's gravity? Okay. So there's gravity, right? And there's air pressure, right? Because, it is what it is. So technically speaking, if we were in a vacuum with no gravity, we would be super, super strong because we are holding our weight that is determined by this gravity against it. So just standing up hurts after a while, like a long time, right? So we're all like super, super strong. Now, but you don't feel it, do you? You don't feel it. It's, you wake up in the morning, you walk to the bathroom, you don't feel that you're exerting a lot of muscle energy, but you are. You just don't know because you've been conditioned not to by your brain. So this is sound. Sound is vibrations. Nothing happened except it just heard a fucking sound. But how many levels did that thing ring on? I don't even know. This thing is cool because it But this little boy, this bad boy right here, this guy is. How did I do it right? Hang on. Still going. So that vibration is constantly coming out of this little piece of metal. And that's because it vibrates. And as it vibrates, it makes that noise. So if you hear it, that's already affecting you. Because if you were sleeping and I did that shit to your ear, you would wake up, hopefully. And that would affect you, right? Because you were like, oh shit, I was sleeping and now I'm not because I heard this sound. That's all it does. And that's not true. You just don't understand that there's more shit going on that you can perceive because you are such a strong anti-gravity warrior person thing. Because as physical as it is with body and gravity, it's the same thing with your mind in terms of other shit. And it's basically because your brain is trying to keep you alive by tricking you into thinking that it's real, and you just go with it. Because I'm not going to question my own brain. That's called schizophrenia. I'm not about that life. So just like the blind spot in the eye, if you go like this, and if you go like that, and you zoom out, the dot will disappear. It's not really disappearing. It's just there's a point where your optic nerve, there's a space, a little gap where it goes into the thing. So there's blind spots. Human beings have natural blind spots. So we can't see out of the corner of your eyes, but you can. It'll be like here. It's not really peripheral because I could see this with my peripheral, but I can't see like that at some point because there's a little gap. So in that little gap, you don't see the gap. You just know that it's there. But the more you're aware of it, the more you start to see the gap. And the more you start to see how your brain constructs that little space of reality for you in this matrix of a thing. Because your brain knows how to camouflage that little thing because it's been doing it since you were born. So Basically, if you're, whatever the background is or whatever you're looking at, it fills in that little section for you. So you're kind of, so you have a smooth transition. So you should see it in HD, so to speak. But essentially, you have two holes. Boom, boom. Right? So your brain's lying to you because you can't really see that, but it's making you see something that's not there. So that's why those dark hidden creatures or whatever, those fucking dickheads that come out of the corner here, they know this and they live there. They know exactly where your blind spot is. Just like Chronicles of Riddick, when, not the Chronicles of Riddick, the first one, Pitch Black. When he was fighting those with fucking things, and they looked like hammerhead sharks, but they were like birds and shit. It was weird. He stood right in front of it like this, and they couldn't see him because his eyes were like all the way out there. Same thing with us. So whatever these entities are, for all intents and purposes, let's say we don't know what they are, that's where they dwell. And that's where they pop in and out. Or they'll just stand there, right? And then you'll fucking like, whoa, what the because you'll see it move. And that's the point. I think that we can see them move because of the blind spot. Because our brain is trying to reconstruct that little area. And it's doing what it normally does. But this time, in reality, there's something there. So your brain's like, whoa, glitchy. And then you're like, what the fuck was that? I saw something out of the corner of my eye. It looked like a person. Yeah, it's because it was a person. Not like a person like me and you, but it was a person in a different time. Yeah, because if you exist all together, all at once, and we do exist all at once, and everything does happen all at once, and the one way you could test that is water. So water has memory, and it could store information. Not only could it recall information from past, it could store, obviously it has to store it to recall it, right? So it's like a hard drive. And it could play that info back to you. You just have to figure out how to read it. So much like a dog whistle, right? So if I take this dog whistle right here, right, and I blow it, you don't hear anything. It just sounds like air. But it's because the vibration of the sound that hits that little metal reed or whatever the fuck is in it, it vibrates too high. You can't hear it because the vibration is too high and the pitch is too high for you to be able to hear it. Your ear just won't hear. You could play this noise as loud as you want in my ear and I won't fucking perceive it because I literally can't. It's not structured that way. Now, this vibration is a lot slower and you can hear it. That you can't, right? So, in the same sense, speed, the rate at which it vibrates, the metal, is too fast for you to hear. So water works essentially the same way. It's naturally faster than you're supposed to be able to hear, but not so much that you can't hear it. So all you have to do is just take trickling water, like this, I'll show you, and you got to slow it down by 2/3. So 66%. 33 is still a little quickly. 66 is perfect though. So this little trickling, if you slow that down, you'll hear words. You'll hear people talking. I swear to God, try it. You can do it on TikTok. Just film whatever you're filming and then just hit 0.03 or 0.3, record it and then play it back. You'll hear people talking. And if you fucking go as far as being a conspiracy theorist and you slap on some dictation, like where the software reads whatever's being said and turns it into words, you'll come to find out that it's a conversation that was had in that room 2 days ago. Yeah, no shit. I did it, obviously. Yeah. How would the water be playing the conversation that I had 2 days ago really quickly? Because it has memory and it could store info.